Hi guys, welcome back to another discussion video, and we are going to be discussing episode 8 of Radiant Office. Once again, I'm sorry for not posting our episodes on Sunday because it took me a while to edit the last episode 6, 7, I don't remember. It took
Let's
me a
be
while
honest,
to
we're slackers.
yeah,
No,
we are
no, you
so
put a lot of effort into it.
it takes me a lot of effort to edit the videos, although it doesn't look like it. It does take me some effort. So, hence the reason why it wasn't posted on Sunday, and some of the episodes will be posted on Monday, which is this day. And depending on how far I get, hopefully I can post them all on Monday or today. And some of them will be posted on Tuesday. We're sorry about that. We had a lot to go through. But anyways, we're going to be talking about Rating Office episode
Episode 8.
8. And once again, my name is Morgan, and that person over there is named Sam, and she
Sammy.
has a ice cream truck that is stalking her. I'm jealous.
The ice cream truck, it's everywhere.
Yes, I'm
The ice cream
jealous.
truck is live. Is live. Of course, it's live. I can hear it, but it's live.
That have you ever seen that meme with like Shrek where they're like
Yeah, yeah.
that
I don't
like
want to talk about it. It
yeah.
creeps me out.
No, I didn't even see that. I saw it in like a reaction video and someone was doing it and I was like, what the shit was are they watching? And then I was like, as soon as it got weird, I was like, nope, no, 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 no,
You know
no.
what got weird? Before we go on topic, have you seen the video on Facebook where it's like this creepy claymation sculpture chilling out on its stomach with
Hello,
like,
stranger. I
it's
love that
okay,
guy.
it's
I
okay,
love
you can
that
look at my
guy.
butt. I'm like, what is this? And I watched the whole thing, but was completely creeped
I
out the
love it.
entire time.
He's my best friend. Like
Oh my gosh.
I love that guy. Actually, my old roommate sent me that clip, and she sent it to me, and I was like, I love you, because that's like the type of stuff that she would actually like. She would do. I love it. I love that thing. But anyways, to get into the episode of Missy Nine, episode 8.
Radiant Office.
Oh my goodness. I'll get it eventually, you guys. I don't know why.
We're 8 episodes in. We're halfway through 16 episodes, and
I'm
she still
still
can't get it right.
still in episode, like it's gonna be hitting we're gonna be hitting episode
Episode
16,
16,
and
she's gonna
then
get it.
I'm gonna get it, and then we're gonna be switching to a new drama, and I'm gonna be like Radiant Office, and be like shit, no.
No,
um
I
oh,
knew.
but anyways, wait, before we start this, I just want to mention that I had a total like what's it called, it's like no, total like my mind exploded because I realized that
Epiphany?
what.
Epiphany?
No, not like I'm not that smart. No. No, like I realized that the main girl in this show was actually the main girl in Introverted Boss or My Shy Boss, which is another show I was like obsessed with, and I never realized that it was the same girl. And then she was in my other favorite show called Age of Youth. And so I'm like, you're in all these shows and I don't even realize it. It's I don't know, it just blew my mind. And now I'm watching this other drama called Heard It Through the Grapevines, and she's the main actress in it too. And I'm just like, you're everywhere. You're stalking me. AKA, I'm stalking you because I'm the one who's clicking on the dramas to watch them, but it feels like you're stalking me. Okay.
Oh,
I just want to mention that because I thought it was pretty weird. But anyways, to get into this discussion video, we left off with Hwe-Hyun basically telling the journalist that she feels like everyone is lying, that all the people that basically said all the nice things to the camera in this interview is lying. And she tells them that, like, you know how Manager Park basically described the group as a family. She says that like if they were a family, that they wouldn't hate each other and stuff like that, and that they would offer equal opportunities for women. And she says that what she learned isn't true, and she leaves the room, and everyone's so confused. I love that Manager Park was like, Manager Park was like, did she just like, what did she just say? Like, he was so confused of what her meaning behind her words, because he was like, did she insult us? Or
yes.
did, yeah,
Yes, she did.
yes, she did. She called you out on it. Um,
Right.
so they go and talk her and Manager Park, and I think, the girl who I can never get her name right, um,
Seok-jin.
Seok-jin, they go and talk with Woo-Jen talk, and she tells them that they were told by the sales team, or they were told that they have to make all these sales. Where she thinks it's unfair. She thinks that it's unfair that they were hanging the permanent position in front of their faces, And Woojin yells at her and was basically like, listen, you don't take orders from anyone else but me.
Because protector person's coming out now because he has feelings for her.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I like the fact that everyone else was so confused because like Manager Park was like, hold on a minute, hold on a minute. I can hear people yelling at my name.
And it all goes quiet.
I put it on mute.
Like
Hold on a minute.
it's like it's like a scary movie. What's gonna happen next? Except Morgan's on mute. So if she screams, nobody will hear her screams. Which I have sent the ice cream truck after her. That is what she hears.
Okay. Sorry about that. I feel like there's always interruptions because this mic picks up a lot of things in my house, so I'm always like, shh, be quiet. Um, but yeah, so Woojin tells Manager Park, thinking that he did basically get the contract workers hired, and he tells her that, or he tells Manager Park basically to kind of back off a little bit,
Mm.
and then I think if I remember right, no, yeah, because Woojin basically tells him back off, tells him that he'll take care of his own team, and that he doesn't need to worry about like Kai-Tak and Hwan. And
Yeah,
they,
and you know what? Hoan finally stands up for herself in this
yes, yeah, she
because
did.
her finally saying, "Look, we can't do a good job unless you show us how to do a good job." Like you're basically already wanting us to fail to
Mm-hmm.
begin with, and that's not right. It's like if you are going to hire them for a like outside the contract position as a permanent employee, you should be able to see what they're
Yeah,
going to do. And if you don't give them the opportunity, like
exactly.
then what's the point? You're just
Mm-hmm.
gonna end up picking whoever you like the best, and they're going to end up doing a crap job. So,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I like, but I mean, there was this part where Kai-Tak and Hwan were like, okay, we're fired. Like, that's it. We're
mm,
fired. But they were surprised because Woojin basically tells them to write an apology, and then he gives them um, this huge project of basically finishing up the company's new line,
it's
their
like a
catalog,
catalog.
and like. Of course, Gina's like, no, no, like they're not ready for this, blah blah. And I like the fact that Woojin was like, well, if they don't start now, they're never gonna learn how to
Hmm.
do this, and so they need to learn. And he tells her that like or he like I like the fact that he stands up for them and he tells her that like just because they're contractors it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not there to learn because they can take like even if they're there for a little bit they can take what they learn and move on to a different company.
Right. I mean, it's experience. So,
Yeah. Oh, also, I hate the fact that Manager Park yelled at Seok-Hun because of the fact that she came to work with that little arm wrap on and she didn't like go out golfing like he did. And I hate the fact that I hate the fact that he tells her that she is never going to be able to get promoted because
oh, I
unable
want
to
to
get
strangle
yeah
him.
because unable for him to get promoted or her to get promoted she has to get promoted or he has to be promoted in order for she to get promoted. And he also pointed out, like, do you think there's any girls or women on the board of directors? No, and there's a reason for that. And
Yeah,
I'm just
I was
like,
like, I'm gonna poke you with my pen, dude. Like, that's not right. Number one, like, I don't care where they live. Korea, for the most part, or at least South Korea, is a modern industrialized like society. At least that's what I give them credit for. So equal rights, come on, people. Like it's 2017. Let's go. Let's get with the program here.
yeah,
Don't be a
exactly.
jerk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, exactly. And I hate the fact that she kind of have to like she just has to like grit her teeth and deal with it because it's not like she can go against him and get fired because she has a kid back at home. And
Right.
but then so basically, oh yes, and Seok-Hun tells Ho-Wan to tell Kang-ho to cancel all his credit card orders that he made for the sales. And I think that's really sweet that like she reminded her to tell him not to pay that much money on his credit card. And I was like,
Right.
yes, I ship you guys together. My ship is sailing. I can see it in the horizon. It's going. It's going. It's going. Um, and But then also on top of that, I hate the fact that Seok-Jin basically tells like basically berates Hwe-Hyun for making such a big fuss over like this miscommunication, and she tells her to stop spreading rumors, which
Right.
was kind of rude, I guess. Like I felt it was kind of rude. I felt like it was completely opposite from how I felt from her before. I understand where she's coming from though, because she needs to protect her job once again, but it was just kind of like
Yeah, I
if
think she
I
could have gone around it a better way, but
yeah.
I can understand too because it's like she's scared. If she loses her job, she loses everything. She's the only it seems like the only person supporting her family because we don't know
Yes.
anything about the guy who got her pregnant. So,
No, we don't. We don't know
and
about
I don't think
no.
there's anything we're ever actually going to find. We might, but I don't think we're ever going to find out. I don't think it's a big enough storyline for to like know what's
Yeah,
happening.
exactly. Um, Also, on top of that, we find out that, oh my God, that scene where Kai-tek and King-ho were sitting together and the girls were like, oh, Oppa, buy me some beer. And Kai-tek was like, how old are you? We're like, give me your homeroom teacher's number. Like, no, I'm not going to sell you beers because him and King-ho were sitting outside of a convenience store. And so what do? They start beating the shit walls of Kai-tek.
And one of them was the daughter of the owner of the store.
Yeah, and the
Like,
owner of the
what is
store,
that?
yeah,
Oh,
no,
do you know? Okay, what show was it? Okay, so Shopping King Louie.
yes.
This reminded me, I thought it was the same girls too, but I don't think it is. It's not. But, like, the same kind of thing happens in Shopping King Louie, which isn't giving anything away, where they come up with, like, but they have, like, hammers and shit.
What?
But, didn't they have, like, hammers in their backpack or
I
whatever?
I don't know. I got to like episode 4 and then I stopped and then you yelled at me to keep on going and I will
Yeah, you need
go.
to finish that.
I will. I will.
It's wicked good. Anyway, so these three girls are very aggressive in that one, and then these three girls show up and they're very aggressive, and I'm like, are they in every drama now? Because what is this?
Right? And
Or
then
is this just a thing like girl gangs in Korea go to convenience stores to try and get money, alcohol, and food? Like,
maybe, I don't know.
Jesus
It's kind of
Christ.
scary.
It is scary. Oppa.
But also go girl power. Seriously? Yes. Okay.
There's
Um
girl power and then there's psycho.
yes, they are definitely okay. Oh yes, and then Woojin and Hoan meet out in the street because Hoan goes to buy some fruit, and then Woojin comes out of the store and he sees her. And I love the fact that Woojin was like, because obviously he doesn't want people to know that they live in the same village or the same whatever, because they don't want more rumors to come around, you know.
Mhm.
So he like basically pushes her off and be like, it's like tells her to not say anything about them living in each other's neighborhood. And as he's walking away, a cat meows, I think,
This dude.
and this guy jumps. He jumps so he like it's like a zombie came out and started chasing him. He's like, oh, and then you're like, really, dude? It's like cat. It's like cat, and you
How
literally
is he supposed to be her Opa and to protect her and everything if
wait.
like little things like that are scaring the crap out of him?
No, more importantly, how did he stay in his childhood home by like all the gardens and the
Oh, I
flowers of
know.
that if he's scared of every single animal?
Like everything goes creak in the night when you live out in the country, and friggin' he's freaked out by eels and cats and oh my gosh, dude,
Everything.
he needs to take a chill pill real
Also, oh
fast.
my god! And then also, so King Ho, in the last episode, he had issues with his mom, and his mom didn't want him to come home, or his not that his mom didn't want him to come home. It's just the fact that he didn't want to come home yet. So he was sitting outside his apartment building on the swim set, no,
Swing
swing
set.
set. Thank you, swing set. And who comes around? Well, Jamin comes around because he's on his way to visit a friend, and we find out that Jamin had told Kang Ho's mom that he was just a tempt. And Kang Ho gets so pissed at him because he told Jamin not to say anything to his mom if his mom called. And basically, no, kind of made it sound like he didn't really tell his mom the truth. And of course, Jamin was like, well, you told me if she called not to say anything, but you didn't say it in person. And oh, they got into a fight. And I was like, don't hit my Hoya.
Oh my God. So can we talk about like all three of them after
Oh
in the
yeah.
office with the little eye patch thingies? I was laughing so hard because I think one of them was like, "Is there an eye infection going around?"
Yeah,
They're
it was
like,
it was
"No."
it was a secretary. It was I don't remember how it's her name. Kai
Yeah, her
something, Kai
name's
Ba.
interesting.
Yeah, but oh, and then also we find out that so I like oh, because so there's a scene where Hoan fell asleep at her desk, and then that's what I'm thinking about. Woojin comes over and gives her his jacket, and then she
Hmm.
wakes up within 2 seconds, and he goes, "Well, what do I do? I don't like casually just walk away. No, I have to hide underneath a desk.
I'm like, I was like, dude, you're in your office where you're supposed to be, and you did something nice. Why are you hiding?
Why are you hiding?"
You
Exactly.
weirdo.
Mm.
You know what? I kind of like it. I like I mean, I give him crap for being a scaredy cat and everything like that, but I kind of find it endearing, kind of like that he's scared of little things and that like he doesn't want her to like know that because with the cell phone thing, he's like, how do I give it to her without giving the wrong impression? Because he
Yeah.
knows what it looks like, and that's basically what it looks like. And now he hangs the jacket onto her, and like he's like, wow, she's gonna find out that I care about her by putting a jacket on her. Which number one,
Exactly.
everybody knows who that jacket's gonna belong to. Nobody wears a striped suit except him.
Mm.
So let's just put that one out there.
Yeah,
But
and
I find it endearing.
I think it's cute. And then there's also the scene though, where, oh my god, so King Ho goes to Kai Tech's what's it called? Like dorm. Or I'm just gonna call it a dorm because it's basically a dorm because there's a place you go to basically just study. You're not really supposed to be allowed there and
Right.
have parties or whatever. And so they go there, and since they cannot speak, they are doing all this sign
Like
language.
weird sign language,
Like,
which I don't know. I think it weirded me out only because these are like hand gestures we don't have in the United States.
yeah, because they did the it's
It was like a
yeah,
money sign almost, but like to me it looked like a gang sign. Let's just put that one out
yeah.
there.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm so confused what they're doing because for our money, you can't see it, but for our money, we kind of like rub our fingers together at the ends. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
it's
about,
like
Sam?
four fingers together, and then we rub
Yeah.
our thumb like kind of across it.
And then
Uh,
to say no, we just shake our head no.
and then
And
they're doing like they do this like X thing when it's like no, and like money is like it looks like a gang sign, but it's like three fingers together like the OK,
yeah,
like American OK, but it's like sideways almost.
yeah. Well, I think I do. No one really does this as okay though anymore. Do you do this as okay? I
I
just give it.
do when I mean it ironically at work. Like if my boss is like, "You need to do something," and I'll do the okay sign, and be like, "Okay," but like
Sometimes I'll do the thumb. I mostly just do the
I do
thumbs up.
thumbs up. Yeah.
Like I got you. Okay.
If I'm trying to be cute and an asshole at work too, I do two thumbs up.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then they go through their whole like presentation, everything goes good, and like everyone's like I like the fact that everyone's finally now like accepting the contractors as employees rather than just these stupid contractors that mess up anything because of the fact that they can do a presentation. And I think I don't remember who complimented her, but I think it was like Gaidong,
Gudong,
Gudong.
gudong.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said that that Hoan did a really good job. And I like the fact how like Hoan and Kai-tak and Hoan were like cheering and like ugh, it was so cute. But then they get this new they have to check all the numbers in the catalog to make sure that they're the right numbers and like prices and stuff like that. So they spend all night doing it and they check it like 22 times and Kai Tak tells Ho-Wan to leave because he's going to check it two more times and then print it out. And but after Ho-Wan leaves, he gets a phone call from Gina, who is drunk. Well, not she wasn't like really drunk. I don't think she was really drunk, but she was like really tipsy,
Just
I
like
guess.
tipsy.
Yeah. So he goes there and she says that she is really proud, really happy that he came, that her friend took her purse by accident and she had no way to get home. And she goes, I knew that if I called you, you would have always come. Basically, just kind of being like arrogant. What do you think for
Right.
being
Like
arrogant?
I felt like almost like it insulted Kai Tech and who he is as a person.
Hmm.
Because he went because like, I know he still cares, but after he handed that picture back, I mean, he's severed ties with her. But like when she was like, "Well, you're the only number I had memorized," like I could see that. But when she was like, "Well, I knew you'd come because you always come," I'm like, don't say that. That just negates the gesture he is showing right now. And the fact that he handed her money and told her to take a taxi, I was like, good for you. Walk away. She doesn't need
Exactly.
your compassion. She's a jerk right now.
Exactly. Exactly. So the next day comes. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, the next day comes around, and oh wait, no, didn't get the next day.
Well,
So there's a scene
but
where someone
yeah,
comes in and changes numbers. Who? Okay, who did he think it was before you even watched? Like, got to the end of the episode.
I thought it wasn't Park. It's his little minion, the darker haired one, but I can never remember his name.
Jamin,
Yeah, no, not Jamin.
not Jamin. It was Jay.
The
Is
one
some
that's always on, like
Jaehyun?
Jamin follows him
Jaehyun?
around. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. He's really creepy and kind of makes me feel uncomfortable.
Wait, hold on. Is he the guy who? Is it the guy who is?
So, like, you know where the desks are set up,
Yes.
and you know where Kang-ho sits, and then Jamin's on one side, and then there's this dude on the other.
Oh, it's Young Jay.
Yeah, and he's been like on their butts, and he's the
Yes,
one who
I
told
th
them that they needed to get their sales up and blah blah blah. That's who I thought it was.
I thought it was Manager Park, to be honest, because it'd be an easy way to get them fired and a good way to kind of show that, like, oh, the sales team messed up, the marketing team is doing good. But then,
Yeah, but the other dude does his dirty work for him.
yeah, but then I realized, like, his hands, the guy's hands that were touching the computer is a lot nicer. So, like, it can't be him. I don't know who it is. So I didn't know who else it would be. And I thought, like, for a second, it could have been the doctor or something like that. But okay, so they get back to the office and they realize, oh my god, like the prices are wrong and stuff like that. And
Well,
Woojin, like
first
they
they
all,
realize that the sales are going fantastic.
yeah, yeah, everything's getting sold out. But then they realize shortly afterwards that they getting sold out because their prices are really cheap, like thousands and thousands of dollars off. And so Woojin freaks out at Kai-Tak Hwan and basically yells at them and tells them, like, can you do anything right? Can't you do anything right? And so everyone's in panic mode, trying to cancel the purchases that already happened, trying to answer all these phone calls. And like Haiwan and Kai-Tak are basically really confused because they look through the prices so many times and
Right.
like they don't understand where they messed up and stuff like that. So oh, also there was a scene where I think it was Woo Jin went up to Seok-Hun and basically was like, "Hey, we could really need your help." And she's like, "Oh, I'm busy." And Gaidong was like, she already chose her side. Like she chose what side she wanted to be on. And that part I was like, "No, I want you to be good." No. But I remember that part. And so everyone's freaking out. Everyone's trying to call people. And there was a scene though at the end where Hoan was like completely, like she was completely
She was,
destroyed because this is
yeah,
her
and she
first
was
job.
tired and frustrated and like nothing. Every episode, something goes wrong for her.
Yeah, and then like Woojin sees her at the on the bench and he calls her, but she doesn't pick up, and she just sits there crying, saying sorry, sorry. Like I feel like that kind of made him be like, oh shit, she's actually human, kind of thing. Like I'm hurting her.
Right, and then like it's less because he knows it's not for show. Like these are her feelings because she doesn't even know he's there. I
Mm.
don't know why he called her though. Like I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to make her feel better, and then when she like didn't pick it up and she just kept repeatedly saying she was sorry. Like I
Yeah.
didn't know what his intentions were, so I was kind of confused at that point. But
Mm. Well, surprising or not, there's they think Kai-Tak and Hwan basically, I don't know if they were gonna get fired, but oh yeah, I do think they were gonna get fired because didn't I'm pretty sure the CEO said like we have to fire them or something like that.
yeah, it was like you fire them or you lose your
You
job,
lose your
basically.
job, and so surprisingly enough, Gina stuck up for them.
Right.
She
Well, she she asks Kai Tech like why did this happen, and he was like going on about how he had checked like 100 times, and like he knew that it was right, and that and she goes, well, how many times did you check before you saw me? And he goes, I think the number was like 22 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she was smart enough to go and check when the last time it was saved, and when it was saved, he was with her.
Yeah, yeah.
And that kind of was like, okay, something's not right. And then she freaks them all out because she's like, there's a CCTV here, and it goes on after 9 o'clock. So whoever did it, I'm going to find out anyway, so you might as well tell me.
Mm.
And dun dun dun, it's Jamin.
My marshmallow turned into a burnt marshmallow.
He's a psycho.
He is. He's so. I hate him. The minute he hit I almost call him
Oh, yeah.
Hoya. The minute he hit Kai Dong, I was done with this guy. I was completely done because I was like, dude, like, you're being such a douche. You're being. I don't like you. Morgan does not approve of your character
This is not
anymore.
Morgan approved.
No, not Morgan approved character. I hate. He turned into a character I like to a character I like. Nope. I don't like you. So Jamin goes to the CEO office, and I think Seok-jin's there, Manager Park's there, Woo-jin's there, and he says that he was angry that a temporary worker basically was assigned his job, a job that he thought he should be doing, and so he was going to do a prank on them, and he assumed that they were going to check the numbers again. That's something you don't do a prank on. A prank is like, I'm gonna put a whoopee cushion on your chair, or I'm gonna do it. That was like deliberately trying to hurt them. Like,
Right.
no, like, cause you, like, I don't know. I can understand why he's like, it sucks for him though, because this is his job, and to lose a job because of something like that sucks. But it's on your own fault. But then he goes, the CEO says like, oh, I want to know who hired this guy, and basically saying like this guy doesn't know the basics, and Jamin goes Britney Spears like all over him, like the minute she shaved her head, that was Jamin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
this is Jamin.
2007 Britney, yeah.
Yeah, this is Jamin, because she was like, um he yells at he criticized Manager Park for like the way that he yells at the team, and he asks if the companies know how to identify talented people. He even yells at the fact that that they want hamburgers for lunch instead of this type of soup that Manager Park always makes them eat.
That's not even like he's just venting to
Boozing.
vent. You
Yeah,
know what? He's upset because he got looked over, and now he's trying to make up stupid excuses as to why he's upset that make no sense to like his argument is invalid. I am sorry. Hamburgers
yes.
over soup, that should not even be like an argument to begin with.
Exactly, exactly. But he eventually chucks his resignation letter on the table and he walks out. And that's the end of. I don't think that's the end of Jamin. I have a feeling that
He's gonna be
he
back.
he's going to be back, and he's going to be a part of like an opposite team. Like I feel like there's going to be a competition between two furniture companies, and he's going to be on the other team.
You know what? This is K-drama world. It's gonna happen.
I feel it. I feel it in my K drama fan blood right now that that's what's going to happen. Um, and then we had this like it's because you think that would be like the end of the episode, but no, it's not the end of the episode, because like it goes into where I think is really adorable. Kai Tak and Kang
Kang
and
Ho and
Kang Ho move into each other, like not move into each other, move in with
move
each
in
other.
together.
I'm sorry, it's been a long day. Move in with each other, and I thought that was really cute. I didn't expect that coming. Did you? Like the fact that they would move in with each other. I thought that there'd
You
be a
know
scene
what? I
where
kind of did when they were like in the like study room thing. Um, I kind of figured, well, they both are probably looking at each other going, he Kang Ho can't go home, or at least he doesn't feel like he can go home, and Kai Tak needs someplace other than like the place he's in right now. So it would make sense that they would move in together
mm,
with, and then shenanigans shall ensue because now they share a living space.
exactly.
But I love that Hwe-Hyun's like, if you see a bug and you need me to kill it, just call me and I'll come find you.
Yeah, because they live all in the same neighborhood now, which I think
Right.
is adorable. Um, oh, and then we had this ice cream scene where they were walking down the street eating ice cream, and the car like almost hit them, or almost like cut them off. I don't remember what he did. But all of a sudden, the car stops because Kaitek throws his ice cream at the car. The car stops, backs up, and who is it? Of course, Woo-jin.
Fujin. Because who saw that coming?
I love the fact that like that Hwan was like, you can have my ice cream if you want it. You can have it. Um oh my goodness. Also we had this whole scene with before we get off topic a little bit, I want to bring up the doctor and the chairman
Hmm.
that the chairman figured out basically, or he figured out that the doctor has people in the company, and he's mad because there's basically a mole inside his own company, and the doctor, like, he doesn't even deny it. He just like reminds the his dad that this is basically what he wanted to make sure that he's qualified to take over the position, and that he needs to learn about the company, so he put moles in there.
Hmm.
Obviously his mole is Manager Park, but I would not consider the three temps his moles either.
No, I consider the three temps like his allies,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
Park is his mole. And the problem is the mole and the allies do not get along.
Yes, and the fact is the mole is not trustworthy whatsoever. Because I can already see that he's gonna get backstabbed or something's gonna happen. Um, but I like the fact that well, I don't like it, but there's this also, the doctor tells his dad that he never really saw him as a candidate for like the chairman and or for taking over the company, and his dad admits that that's true, that he never liked his son because his son's jealous, selfish, and he tells the doctor that he's just like his mother and basically like leaves him alone, and then the, the poor doctor is like the poor doctor says, like, well, you're not my father, considering the fact that you don't remember my birthday is today.
That broke my heart. You know what? I don't care like what the doctor's doing for the sake of the company or whatever, but it was like to find out like their relationship was crap to begin with.
Yeah.
Like that sucks. No kid deserves that.
No,
Especially his own father forgetting his birthday. Like that's messed up.
it's so messed up. And like, do you know, like, I wonder, like, do you know in the episode they were saying something about like seaweed soup at the cafeteria? I wonder if
Mm.
they were serving that because it was his birthday. Because
Oh, you know
because
what? I kind of put that together and then I forgot about that. I'm glad you said that because I
yeah,
never even thought about that.
because for those who don't know, usually, well, I mean, we're not experts in Korean things, so please don't think that we're like being overly cocky and be like, we know everything about South Korea, because obviously we don't. I'm an idiot.
But we're
But
slowly starting to get kind of
oh,
a
aware
good
of,
foundation.
yeah. But one of the things I do kind of know from one of my Korean friends and from a bunch of Korean dramas and from just reading it online, that seaweed soup is something that you eat on your birthday. So I was wondering, concerning the fact that they said it at the company that it was like being in the cafeteria. I wonder if they were doing that because it was the chairman's son's birthday.
Yeah, but also Manager Park had made a comment about seaweed soup again. Is it someone's birthday every day?
Oh yeah, that's true too. So we get to the towards the end of the episode, and they're drinking, and Hoan decides to go home, and Kai-tek um
Loses his
decides
shit.
he has drank too much, and he decides to call Hwan and basically begged her to go to the hospital because he's like, he feels guilty because she doesn't have time, and he wants to give her all his money, and King Dong's character, or King Ho's character, sorry, is basically saying like, don't you remember she left her phone at work, you, and still Kai-Tak was like, no, I'm gonna call her, and he calls her, and he tells her like, no, not everyone dies from having a terminal illness, go get treatments, and who picks up the phone? Woo-Jin.
Woojin.
Da da
And you know
da.
what? This is Kang Ho is it King Ho, whatever. Him, Hoya. He like yells at him and goes, "Her phone's at the office." Like you wingding.
Yes.
You weren't even
Yes.
paying attention to what he was saying, and like, why would Woojin pick up her phone?
Mm. Mm.
Like that doesn't like I don't know. Maybe he thought that she lost it or something. But why would he pick up her phone and not like say hello?
Maybe because as soon as he picks it up, he heard yelling.
But because like there's no like hello. So I mean, Kai Tak unless he heard breathing, um, I don't know. I don't know why he would start talking all of a
Well,
sudden.
unless because of the phone, damn it, rings, and then it stops ringing.
Yeah, but if it's out, never mind. I don't know.
You're
This is
cracking up right
Sam
now.
logic of trying to understand why he would just start screaming into a phone when
Cause,
nobody says hello on the other end.
Cause it's Korean drama logic. Korean
And
drama
then
logic.
Woojin knows everything
You
now,
know what?
and so
So
things make sense.
back in like the old days, no, back in like maybe 2010 dramas, 2011 dramas, maybe even earlier than that. A lot of times when they had cell phones, they would take out the battery out of their cell phone when they didn't want to answer the call because that makes any sense.
Just hang up or shut the phone off.
Yes, no sense at all. Um, so
I think it's just for the drama effect of it.
yeah,
But now
tearing
everybody
phone.
has Samsungs and iPhones, and you can't take the batteries out of those. So
Nope. Um,
now they just chuck them. I'm like, that's expensive.
Yes. So Sam, what do you think about this episode?
Um, I think I like. I like. I mean, I'm loving every episode now. Like, they're all, even though they're all stressing me out sometimes, they're all making me happy because we have a lot of character development, and I don't find them boring at all. And I'm glad. I'm happy and sad that Woojin found out so soon. Because,
Uh,
like, we're right at the midpoint.
I'm very happy that he found out, though, for me personally, because I feel
Yeah, but
like,
that ruins my theory
what's
of
your
her
theory?
passing out. She already passed out.
Oh,
And
your
him,
theory's
him,
wrong.
him taking.
I win.
No, you don't win our theories because part of my theory could still. It's whoever is most right. So part of my theory has been negated,
I
but
don't
I've still got
remember.
more.
I don't remember my theory.
We're
I'll
gonna have to
like.
go back
I have to go back and
and
look at it.
replay and hear our theories, and then go back to episode 16 and figure out who is more right.
Yeah.
Because whoever is more right gets to pick the next
I still
drama.
don't think she's sick, though. I still don't think she's sick. I'd be surprised if she's sick, though. Really surprised because I feel like she'd be getting sicker, I guess. I still don't understand why she passed out though. Is it because of sickness or because she's tired?
Because she's sick.
Because she's sick. No, I don't think so. We'll
Maybe
see.
it's not as terminal as they think it is. Maybe like there's some life-saving cure the doctor's gonna come up with or whatever, and like she's gonna be saved. Because who cares about like the laws of physics and science? This is K-drama land. If they want to make her better, they will make her better.
Exactly. They will. So she because I've seen dramas where they're like, "You're terminally ill, terminal, you're ill," and then next episode, "You're okay, you're fine, you're fine." Like, no, that's not how it works. Surprisingly, there is one character that I really absolutely love, and that was Gina's character. She's growing on me. Like at first, I thought like, okay, this girl annoys me to no other because she just like she seems very selfish and stuff like that. But I'm starting to understand the character a little bit more. I like the fact that she did stand up for Kai Tak and Hwe-Hyun, and I'm starting to understand the fact that who she is as a person is she's someone that goes for things, and she will do nothing to make sure her job is stable and she's doing good at her job, and so it makes sense because Kai Tak kind of puts her job at risk. So it makes sense for her to be mad at him, and it makes sense
Hmm.
for her to act the way she acted, but I have way more respect for her now. The fact that she stood up and she stood up against, she called out the person who actually did it because I don't think it was because of the fact that it was Kai Tak. I think it was the fact that she knew something was wrong. So
Hmm.
I think that was really interesting. I also really am happy that Kang Ho's character is not like he's away from his mom, like that he is able to kind of like grow up and become someone else, not someone else, but become into himself, I guess.
Yeah, because he doesn't look that pressure's gone now.
Yeah. No, my thing is, I really hope that there is going to be an episode where he can see his mom again and they can work out their situation. I hope it's not like how some K dramas they'll have a serious topic of something like you fighting with your parents or something like that, and the next episode they completely forget about it.
Hmm.
So I'm really hoping that this writer is able to like able to I guess like figure things out, have him figure things out with his mom and stuff like that. So we're halfway through this series.
Yep.
What are your thoughts so far? Do you like it? Do you like it more than Goblin? Because we all know that Missy Nine, although I did like it a lot, I think around like, do you think around the eighth episode it started failing a little bit?
Yeah, generally, like, oh, Goblin was what, 20? No, Goblin was 16 too,
Yeah,
right?
Goblin was 16.
Yeah, so Goblin slowed down a lot after episode 8, but it picked right back up, I think, about, what, 11?
Yeah, the thing with Goblin is that it gave too many things away. But the
That, and it
thing,
was, yeah, it was very detailed. They tried to shove a very large story into a very short period of time.
yeah, I heard that the writer, it took her 7 years to write this, like, write it. And you
Yeah,
can
and it
tell.
feels like she rushed, like she was trying to condense it. Like it feels like she was writing like a 30 episode drama, and they went, "You've got 16,"
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden, like everything got condensed. Because I think if she was able to like spread it out a little bit more, um, things would have like not necessarily slowed down, but like details could have came out later. But all of a sudden, it's like you have to get all of this story because it's a huge story
Yeah,
with a
it
lot of moving
was.
parts. Um,
Missy
I
Nine.
really, really liked um, Missing Nine
Okay,
up until
the
they
kiss.
all got back onto the mainland.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, it kind of frustrated me a little bit. This one, I think, is going to pick up. I think it's a romance, so we're getting up, and we're going to be coming to the climax soon. So you know what? I'm I'm happy in the direction this is going. I feel like we're getting good character development. I think we're getting good chemistry with everybody. And now we kind of know who the bad guys are. Jamin. And I want to know more about the doctor and his brother.
For this show, I mean, like, of course, like, Goblin, like you said, it Goblin, I feel like with me and Goblin, I didn't appreciate it until it was gone. When it was gone, I was like, wow, okay, that was a good drama. That was a really good drama. Because I liked Missy Nine, but you're right. When they got back to the mainland, it got way too boring and it was messy. It was a messy drama because there's certain things that the writer forgot on and like characters acted a different way than how they should have acted. And there's some characters who saw a suicide and then didn't see a suicide and then saw it again, then didn't see it again.
And they were there when it happened and not there, and
Yeah.
like it was a mess.
Oop.
Missing Nine
It
was a
was really
mess. Let's
messy.
just be perfectly honest. And if you want to hear our thoughts, there is like all 16 discussion episodes, because you can hear our frustration at the end. Because
Yes,
that last
yes.
episode.
But for me, my thoughts on rating Office, I do like it. I like the struggles they have going through. I like the fact that the guy is not right away like I love you. They're all complex. I like the fact that Hwan is um that fact that Hwan is like hold on a minute.
She stands up for herself.
Hold on.
And Morgan goes silent again. Hello, and welcome to the Sammy Drama Juseyo show, where Morgan has to tell her mom to stop talking so her microphone will stop picking it up, and you get to listen to me.
Not for long. Da da da. You know I can hear you. I have my headphones in and everything. I'm
I
just
know, I mean,
screaming.
that's why I was doing it.
I'm just screaming. What
Was
was
I
I saying?
right?
What?
That
No, it
you were
was
yelling.
no,
Oh.
it was Casey because she was like yelling at something, and I was like, "Stop yelling! I can hear everything." That's my life.
Oh. Okay.
But for me, rating Office, I did really enjoy it. I'm still enjoying it. I hope the characters get more developed because I feel like with missing rating Office, there's more complex, more stuff to the characters than just like they're working in an office. I feel like each of them have a story. I'm really excited to see what else is going to happen between Ho-Won and her mom. I kind of want to know about her sickness. I do want to know if King Ho is going to make up with his mom, if Kai-tek and Jaehyun are going to come back together eventually, which I don't think is going to happen, or I think that she's going to want him, but he's going to be like, no, I'm moved on. And I do think that my burnt marshmallow Jamin is going to be back soon.
Your burnt marshmallow.
Yes. But anyways, you guys, we hope you enjoyed this discussion video. Wait, Sam, was there anything else you wanted to add to this?
I can't wait till Wednesday.
Yes, me too. I'm excited because the fact that he's like, he knows and I want to know.
And
Okay.
let's pray to God our discussion videos don't get copyright strike, because if we all of a sudden disappear, we apologize.
We are sorry. Um, but yeah, because please, companies, if you're listening to this video, we are not doing anything bad. We're just discussing drama and fangirling. Okay? Don't hate us. But anyways, we hope you enjoyed this discussion video and we will see you next week. Okay.
Woo! Bye!
Bye. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please feel free to give it a like. If you would like, you can subscribe to our channel. And if you want to check out our last week's discussion video, click somewhere on the screen because it'll be somewhere up here. And we will see you guys next time. Okay, bye. Not really bye, but bye.